don't need a return ticket where you're going. This is a one-way journey. Straight down!
The good ship GamesMaster. We're hoisting the fun flag over the crow's nest and setting sail for jolly, jolly land. Casting our nets into the waters today, we have dredged up challenge number 1. So it's over to GamesMaster.
My first challenge of the day is on Return of the Jedi on the Super Nintendo. Contestants have 45 seconds each to collect as many points as they can, using their lightsabers to discipline any unruly creatures along the way. May the Force be with you.
So, may the Force be with Goldie Nagpal and Richard Denton. Now, Goldie, are you a big Star Wars fan?
No, not at all.
Who's your least favourite character in the films?
Probably the princess.
What don't you like about the princess?
See her hair, it's right around her ears.
Is it those old Cornish pasties on the thing? It's a bit silly. Okay, well, hopefully, Richard, you'll be a big Star Wars fan, yes?
No.
This is one of the most formative experiences of my childhood you're talking about, Richard. What don't you like about it?
It's all plastic.
No, that's just Mark Hamill in the lead role, I think you'll find. Okay, well, while Richard and Goldie prepare for the challenge, we'll check out this week's news. First up, they're mighty, they morph like mental, and they support Rangers. They're Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and they're tipped to be the biggest selling consumer cash-in this Christmas. Although their Super NES game is only at number 19 in the charts, and the Game Boy version's easily the worst piece of plastic since the Sinclair C5. Once upon a time, Mr. Sega had a plan. By linking up with Mr. AT&T, they would give Sega stalwarts a chance to play games head-to-head down the phone lines. It was called Edge 16, it had specially written technology. It was a great idea, but it's been cancelled, possibly because of cheesy advert ideas like this.
I'm a marketing specialist from AT&T Consumer Products. How would you like to play a video game over the phone while talking at the same time? No way!
Ah! If you know a sad, dull family of passive TV punters, you can eradicate their ennui with the two-way TV, which lets you interact with your fave TV shows.
S is a drink made with beer and lemonade.
No, you pillock, it's shandy nut soda. As well as bopping with Bob, you can call up stats when you're watching the footy and get all anarchy. You need this box and a phone socket. Plus, you get the free plastic 3D map of Britain. The system's on trial now with a possible 95 release. Don't forget, you can see Punter's internet comments on page 476 of Teletext during the show. If you want to join in yourself, phone up with your modem 081 539 6763. Now, before we get all Jedi'd up, let's have a few pearls of wisdom from Steve Merritt from Mean Machine. Steve, why is it that Mark Hamill can't get any other work?
Well, he was slated to play Jeffrey in Spielberg's version of Rainbow the movie, but unfortunately just never came off and it all went downhill from there. How many of these Jedi juice pills do you think an average player will be able to get? I'd say 25 to 30.
25.
Bearing in mind you've only got 45 seconds anyway.
Okay, that is it. 45 seconds each player has. Whoever gets the most Jedi juice pills within that time will walk away with the joystick. Best of luck. Goldie's going first. Let your challenge begin. Okay, off he goes. He shouldn't worry too much about killing any of the bad.
Speed is of the essence. What he could have done, Dominic, was he could have gone left, and there's loads of bonuses hidden. As it is, he's taken a really difficult route, but there's loads of monsters and nothing to collect.
He's chosen not to do that. He's only collected 6 Jedi juice pills. Well, it's got up to 9 now. 23 seconds, halfway through the time now.
Not a chance. I think that's his luck.
He's probably going to be lucky if he gets about 15 here, I think.
Yeah.
15 seconds left here. Oh no!
Oh, he's lost it.
Come on, there's Artu.
That's a restart point.
Okay, oh, he's been hit by a big log coming out of the ground. And 5 seconds left. He's got 13. 3, 2,
It's
1.
hopeless.
Out of time. So Goldie finishes with 13, and now he has to make way for Richard. Now, Now, Steve, 13, is that going to be difficult for Richard to beat?
No. I should imagine.
Okay. Richard, if you're ready, let your challenge begin. Of course, Richard's 45 seconds.
I can't believe he's gone right.
You told him about the bonus bits.
I know. Might as well talk to myself.
The Helen Keller School of Listening, I think. Okay, he's got 3, not the best of starts, and he's already had 15 seconds. He's not looking good, is he, Steve?
He's conceded too many hits. I mean, he'll get about 8 along here. But it's ages to the rest. He should have gone left.
22 seconds, halfway through the time. He's got 9 though. He only needs 5 more now.
I don't think so. There's 3.
Got 2 of them, 11. 2 more. He's got 15 seconds left. He needs 2 more Jedi juice pills.
He's missed one.
Oh no!
If he gets stuck between those, they keep batting themselves between each other.
10 seconds left. 6, 5.
Oh,
There's some there.
jump.
4, 3. He's done it. He's done it with 3 seconds left. Richard wins the challenge. Richard. Now, Goldie, bad luck. At what point did the force desert you?
Probably at the end when I went the wrong way.
Yeah, not really advisable, is it, Goldie? Richard, I didn't think you were going to do it, actually. Towards the end, it was getting a little bit hairy. What was the difference in the end?
I slapped the force.
You certainly did, yes, because Richard has won the challenge, which means he goes back into the cage with a GamesMaster golden joystick. More to enjoy the unique sights and smells of our audience's cage, we'll take a look at today's reviews. First up, after all the hype, is Donkey Kong Country the next generation or just another dull platformer?
The first thing that's going to hit you about Donkey Kong Country is, of course, the graphics, and they are stupendous. It's all been done on Silicon graphics workstations, so all the sprites are really nicely rounded and ray-traced characters.
There are various methods of transportation which Diddy Kong and Donkey Kong can get around with. There's Rambi the Rhino, which he goes around batting them with his horn. And there's also On God the Swordfish on the underwater level. It's very good, and I'm sure it's going to do very well this Christmas.
Graphics, as you can see, are fantastic. The music too is brilliant, and it's a very, very big game. The only problem is it's very, very easy. You will finish it on day 1 or day 2.
Next up, the game that scored 100% playability in GamesMaster magazine, Micro Machines 2.
Gentlemen, start your engines. Micro Machines 2 is here, and there's more miniature madness as you race around tiny surfaces with your tiny cars.
Micro Machines 2 from Codemasters is not only a fantastic 4-player racing game, you won't even have to buy a multi-tap to play it. It has 2 extra joypad ports built into the cartridge.
In terms of actually updating Micro Machines 1, really it's just the extra players that adds to it, and of course the new tracks. The fact that you can get more people playing Micro Machines is always a good thing.
Finally, in my opinion, FIFA 3DO is the most exciting football game ever, but are our reviewers playing on my team?
It has multiple camera angles. It actually looks like you're watching a real game of football at some moments. However, the game itself isn't as fluid and slick as the original FIFA on Mega Drive.
We've seen FIFA suffer on the Mega Drive and on the SNES, but really you couldn't have done anything like this on either of those consoles. This is really a next generation game, and I think it's going to be the one that really sells with 3DO over here.
Tonight's celebrity guests are busy sharpening up their studs. While they do that, let's go over to GamesMaster to find out what they'll be playing.
Contestants on my second challenge will be stunning down, lining out, and generally trying to avoid an early bump as we play the new sports game from the makers of FIFA Soccer, EA Rugby. National pride is at stake here, as our 2 players will be playing as classic rivals, England and Wales.
Now, today we have a reenactment of the climax to last season's 5 Nations. So please welcome, representing Wales and England, Rupert Moon and Dewi Morris. We'll start with you, Rupert. Let me take you back then to the beginning of the year, to that fateful day in Twickenham, if I can pronounce it correctly. Are we going to see some revenge from you today?
Yeah, it's going to be sweet. I'm going to get my own back. It was a painful experience in Twickenham, and I'm determined to put it all right now.
Are we going to see a typical Welsh game from you?
Yeah, we're going to be throwing it around, and no kicking, of course.
And talking about kicking, we're going to you then, Dewi. Now, we've got 15 players in each team. Presumably you'll only be using 10?
Exactly. If that's the way to win a game, that's the way to win it, as far as I'm concerned. But no, a lot was talked about. Obviously, England can't score tries. I think we showed a little bit with the Welsh game with Rory getting a try.
Yeah. And the thing is, England can't score tries. The problem is Scotland can't score penalties either. While we discuss the rather poor state of Scottish rugby, we'll take a short commercial break. We're about to have a reenactment of the climax of last season's Five Nations. We've got our special guest, Rupert Moon from Wales and Dewi Morris of England. Playing Billy Bowman to my Nigel Starmer-Smith, we have Joss Wilson from Total. Joss, what tips have you got for our two guests?
Right, well, this is a very, very special early version of the game that Electronic Arts has sent us. It's not entirely finished yet, so it's missing the stats. There's no tips to give on that. But what I would recommend is to go for a nice, quick passing game. Get the ball moving about a lot. So
England in trouble, but even before the whistle has gone?
You would say that, wouldn't you?
Okay.
Being north of the border.
Right, best of luck to Dewi and Rupert. Let's go to kick-off. So, Dewi is England in the white, Rupert is Wales in the red. It's a kick-off by Rupert, and one of Dewi's forwards picks the ball up, and England are moving forward, but there's a knock-on by Jay Easterbrook. Funnily named person. Okay, so now we've got a scrum. Joss, a fairly even start.
Yeah, it's quite even, Dominic.
Okay, and Wales have got it. It's a lovely ball out to the wing. It's kicked on, but I think that's going to go straight out. Yes, so it's a line out to England. Back where the kick happened. Wales gets the ball from the line out. They've gone up the blind side, but now they're starting to put out open. This is a bit better. It's out to the centres. They want to get this ball out to the wing, Joss, yeah?
Yeah, they're going to get a run through here, Dominic.
Okay, this is lovely. The winger's got it. He's tearing through. The England defence is nowhere. One final man coming over. That's a great tackle just before the line. Nowhere to go for England forwards, and he's touched it back, which means we got a 5-metre scrum to Wales. Are we going to see a try here, Joss?
I think it could be a good chance.
Okay, Wales have got it, and they're putting it out to the centre, inside to the outside centre, and he's coming in. He's past the breaks, the tackle through, it's a touchdown.
Lovely try.
5 points to nil to Wales with the conversion attempt. There comes the conversion attempt. Neil Jenkins takes it, his funny little shimmy does, and it's over there. Wales 7, England 0. That's some lovely little animations there as well, Joss.
Oh, particular fond of that one.
And that's a half-time whistle goal, which means 7-0 to Wales. We kick off for the second half. Wales get the ball. One of the forwards coming up there. Oh, lovely. They're going to maybe. Oh, they're going to do it a bit open. This is what we like to see, Joss. Some nice open play.
We need a bit of passing out wide here, Dom.
We certainly will. Wales are giving it away, and now it's England's turn to run with the ball. It's out to the wing. It's either Tony or Rory Underwood. I'm not really sure which from this angle. But it's a crunching tackle there. Wales covering well. Line out to England. And Wales have stolen it. We're very difficult to do against England, I have to say. And Wales have got it. The ball's out. Oh, he's run himself. He probably should have passed it out a bit there, Joss.
I think that's what's necessary.
Okay, this is out. It's out with the England centre. This is brilliant. He's gone all the way. This is probably Jeremy Guscott. This is amazing run.
This could be it.
2, 3 men to beat. Oh, right to the middle of them. Oh, nobody's dropped it, but someone's picked it up. And it's a try for England. Lovely piece of glass running, probably by Guscott. Will Carling probably backing up. Now here's it's all on this. If this goes over, it's a tie. Oh, it's a pathetic kick there. It's absolutely atrocious, which means a final score. Wales have emerged as winners, 7 points to 5. Congratulations, Rupert. Bad luck, Dewi.
No problem.
Now, Rupert, it must feel good you've managed to get revenge. What did you do today that you couldn't do at Twickenham?
I think it was they just played badly, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was just unlucky. It was a game of 2 hours and they were just unlucky, that's all.
Well, you say that they played badly. I noticed, actually, Dewi, I'm pretty sure I counted 3 passes in a row from England team there. Is this something that you're trying?
That's fine coming from a Scot. No, it'll definitely be our chance now down in Cardiff next year. We'll get revenge.
Well, thanks very much for joining us today, guys. Cheers. And you may not have got the Grand Slam, but you do now have, Rupert, the Golden GamesMaster joystick! Another round of applause for our special guests, Rupert and Dewi Morris! And now, for all those out there with combination skin, some other personal problems are answered in the consultation zone.
Hello, the blinds are up, the count is open. It's time for another batch of bankrupt games players they've brought to account. Who's first to settle up?
GamesMaster. I think Pink Panther on the SNES is great, but I can't get off the first level. What should I do?
Well, I suppose I should help you. Kill Pink. Then on the continue screen, press select and up on joypad 2. This allows you to walk Pink past the game overload. You will find yourself presented with lots and lots of red bags, each representing a level. Pick up a bag, then hold select and up, again on controller 2, to walk back across the game overload. Go through the continue door, and you will find yourself transported to the level you want. I'm sure you'll be happy now.
Thanks, GamesMaster.
Next.
On Shadow of the Beast 2 on the Mega CD, I've got to a cage just after the acid pools, but I can't get any further.
What you need to do is to use the clamp to break your rocks. The clamp's operated using the switches. Use the middle switch to move the clamp above the big rock. Then the bottom and top one to lower the clamp and close its jaws around the rock. Now, drop the boulder using the top switch and see it break into smaller rocks. Next, push the rock onto the seesaw, climb 3/4 of the way up the rope, and leap off onto the seesaw. If you've got it right, the rock will be catapulted into the right-hand cage. Now run into the left cage, and you'll find yourself moving smoothly upwards. Elementary, don't you think?
Thanks, GamesMaster.
One more, please.
Hey, big guy. I'm really bad at micro machines on the Game Gear. Do you have anything to help me?
Of course I have. All you've got to do is to race around the first course breakfast bend in the wrong direction. An unusual sound will indicate that a special machine has been activated, making it impossible for you to lose a race. Even you should find yourself on the winning rostrum now.
GamesMaster, I'm so grateful.
Well, once again, I've spent my forces in the pursuit of the common good, so I'm off for a rest. Goodbye.
Titles like Monkey Island and The Day of the Tentacle in their back catalogue, LucasArts are easily the #1 PC publishers on Earth. I went to their offices in San Francisco to see what they had in store for 1995. Full Throttle is the latest and spankiest of LucasArts animated adventure games.
Now that my bike's fixed, I can finally get out of this town. Only problem is, I need some gas.
You play Ben, a swarthy-looking hardcore biker type, and your mission is to track down a killer, clear your name of a murder rap, and save a motorcycle manufacturer from going bust, and still get home in time for Grange Hill. Now, Larry, you're the lead animator on Full Throttle. What's different about Full Throttle than previous LucasArts games you've done the animation and art for?
Well, compared to something like Day of the Tentacle, we've designed this to be a lot more cinematic from the start. So this time around, I was involved in the planning stages, and we just kind of said, well, we want to get those close-ups that'll make it more exciting, or do something different, show a different camera angle. We animate traditionally. We start off, we get a scan like this. From here, you'll just kind of build the whole thing on the computer. You add the details, the shadows, different stuff like that, and the character. We get a little shot of him raising the eyebrow and kind of checking out these guys that are looking for him.
Full Throttle will be out early next year. Of course, LucasArts have more than a few passing connections to Star Wars, the latest being the eagerly awaited Dark Forces. You play Rebel Hardman Kyle Katarn in this first-person Star Wars action adventure with over a dozen multi-level worlds. Your first mission is to infiltrate an Imperial spaceship and steal the plans of that big, round, dangerous golf ball, the Death Star.
I got him over here.
Tried to avoid saying it, but I have to say the D word now, Doom. What makes this better than Doom?
Well, I think it has to be the complexity and the interactivity of the environment. So when you're in the hangar of the Star Destroyer, there's ships coming and going.
Dark Forces will be out next February.
There's one. Set for stun.
We're all about to eat end of show pie, but before we tuck in, let's go to GamesMaster for the final challenge.
My final challenge is on the Neo Geo game, King of Fighters, a rather exciting beat-em-up that features the best components from numerous arcade games, as well as some refreshingly new characters. As usual, there are 3 rounds in which to decide which player takes the crown.
Please welcome our final 2 challengers for today, Michael Chandler and Stephen Bradley. Okay, now Michael, where about do you live?
Oh, in Blandford, near Dorset, in Dorset.
In Dorset, and what kind of place is that?
Boring, just sit down all day on the church bench, do nothing.
Excellent, I must visit. You don't work for the tourist board there, do you?
Oh, no.
No. All right, Stephen, we were talking beforehand, and you said that your favourite film was actually exactly the same as mine, bizarre enough, St Elmo's Fire. Who's the coolest person in St Elmo's Fire?
Judd Nelson, definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm more of a sort of Rob Lowe man.
Nah, I'm not for me. He's a bit of a wussy, you know what I mean?
Do you remember the thing all the boys used to do in St Elmo's Fire? What was it? Booga, booga, booga. Oh, yes.
Very good.
Excellent. There's all these millions of people watching. None of them got it, apart from me, you, and my fat mate Dave, actually.
If he's watching.
Yes, if he is watching. Very, very nice, that one, Stephen. Right, okay, so Stephen and Michael, you want to take your places beside the gaming rock? We'll get ready to start. And ready to start the hearts of the female population fluttering is Dave Perry. Dave, the big question is, what is your hair like underneath the bandana?
I don't actually have hair. It's electrodes and things like that going to a microprocessor. But you don't want to know about any of that, really.
I don't have hair either, but it's just baldness. Now, this is a tag situation we're in, Dave. Who for you has got the strongest pair?
Well, Steve's chosen the USA side, which is full of athletes like Brian Battler, the American football player, and Heavy D, the basketball player. But Michael has South Korea, and they have the formidable Chang Ko-hun with his chain with a big ball on the end, which he wields about his head. And he's a rather portly chap, a little like your fat mate Dave.
Yes, I'm thinking about that ball around the head, Dave. It sounds quite fearsome. Okay, best of luck to Stephen and Michael then. Let the fighting begin. Okay, now we've got the first 2 players up. We've got Chang Ko-hun on the right, that's controlled by Michael, and Brian Battler on the left, that's controlled by Stephen.
As usual, the energy bars are at the top of the screen. And Chang
Brian's nearly out of it already on the left.
Brian is going to find it very tough. It's gone already.
Oh, that's a terrible start by Stephen. 1-0 to Michael. Okay, now we want to the second. Now each team's got 3
In comes LED.
but it's the first person to lose 2. So basically, Stephen's got to win this with Heavy D.
But Chang Ko-hun, the poorly figure of Chang Ko-hun, he is extremely formidable. He has that chain to wield about, and he has some real power.
Stephen's going to get a bit better, Dave, because I'm a bit disappointed, to be frank.
Well, to be honest, he's not really getting into it, is he?
His energy's got it. He's going to lose this already.
He really is a definite contender for the gaming hall of shame, and already he's over on his back. And Chang Ko-hun is saying, bring him on.
Michael is the winner. Well done, Michael. Well done, Stephen. Michael, congratulations. That was one of the dullest, most one-sided challenges we've ever had on the show. I don't even know whether we should give you the joystick, because it was really easy, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, but it's just all the special moves that I use, really.
You think you should still get
overcome it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll think about that while I talk to Stephen. Stephen, we were getting along really well.
Yeah.
Talking about the films we like. Now, unfortunately, after that, I'm going to have to mention your hair.
You are, and I'm going to have to mention your neo-Nazi cut as well.
You are. Oh, I'm going to be stabbed by your rapier wit there, Stephen. But you are the long-lost son of Francis Rossi from Status Quo, aren't you?
I think so, yeah.
You are. Well, you could take that thought back home to Blandford, because that's all you'll be taking, because grudgingly, and I mean grudgingly in the don't clap very loudly sense of the word, we have to give you the GamesMaster's golden joystick to Michael. Well, that's it. I'm going off now to spill that bloke next to you's pint, and I'll see you in the next show. Bye-bye.